Hello, this is me, Jenny Jane Sad, and I thought I'd do a video about using Windows 7 but going online with it. Now, Windows 7, as everybody knows, is no longer supported by Microsoft, so how would you get online with it without getting a ransomware or a virus or something? Well, there is a thing called Virtual Machine from Oracle, which is this, and what I've done is I put Linux Mint on it, and I thought this might work under Windows 7 because I'm using Windows 7 to do my video recording, and this is Windows 7. It's not Windows 10 reskinned or anything like that. So it is Windows 7. And I thought, well, I'd like to go online with it because if I'm doing a video, I'd have to log out and go on Windows 10 or just get the laptop and put, copy it over, whatever. So I thought, well, why don't I go online Windows 7, and is there a way? And there is, and it seems to be working. So what I've done is I've installed Linux Mint, and I did try Manjaro and it had an issue with the VM virtual machine, and I tried an older version and that didn't work very well, and it had an issue with the packages and that kind of thing. It had a conflict. I thought, ugh. So what I'll do is I download the latest version of Mint and I put it on here, and it went on pretty straightforwardly, and I had a bit of an issue with, you can't see my mouse pointer, but if I go on here, the network needs the bridged adapter because I've got wireless on Windows 7 and it has to be functional for the virtual machine to use it. But inside of the actual Linux OS, it sees it as an Ethernet. I had a little bit of trouble getting that to work. I didn't know what the hell it was doing. But everything else seems to work reasonably well. I've given it 128 megs of graphics. I've got 4 cores, I've given it 2, and I've given it 4 gig of memory. I've got 8 on the machine. So it seems to be reasonably speedy with that. Because I'm only going to use it for uploading to YouTube and general browsing, it doesn't really need a whole lot of 3D, because this is the virtual machine I use to do Windows 98 emulation, and it doesn't work with that because there's no 3D graphics and stuff. But for internet, it seems to work quite well with Linux. So let's see, what you got to do is start. It brings it up. Takes a little bit of time to get going. I haven't really customized. I changed the background picture and that's about it. There it is. It thinks it's dealing with an Ethernet, and I thought it would use the wireless, but it doesn't. Right, that's the picture that I've actually taken myself. It seems to do a thing where it seems to make the scaling full after about a minute. I don't know what's going on with that, because you have to sometimes move these. You can mess about with how it looks in terms of the scaling on that. But what we're on is Linux Mint. There it is, and it's the same, as if you installed it on a physical machine. It is running on Windows 7. So if I go and do that, it's actually running on Windows 7. There it is. And my GPU, CPU, if I bring it over from my other screen, that's what it's doing. It's not doing a whole lot right now. It uses a lot of memory. I mean, normally Windows 7 uses about 1.5 to 2 gigs generally. This is not online normally, this Windows system, so only on Windows 10 on the other partition that I've got. So when I start using this, it starts to climb, but other than that, it's chugging along nicely. So say you want to go online, I've got it's got Firefox there. And the idea is that I just go online with it rather than having to go on the laptop or to go and log out, go on Windows 10 on the other partition. I can get online. There it is. Have I got any bookmarks here? Yeah, I had an issue with the drag and drop thing where what did I do? What you can do is you can create a folder. Let's say, let me create text document, and then say I wanted to put that from the host to the guest. See, it says copy, and you do that, puts it there, and I go into it again. It'll load up. I don't know if it'll load up a thing for this. There's nothing in it. I didn't type anything in. That's that text document I just created in Windows 7. Now, what I found that there's an issue with is if you want to copy back the other way, it either doesn't work or it just takes ages and nothing happens. It locks it all up. So it does work for the purposes of me doing a video, say for YouTube, and I put it from Windows 7 to Linux Mint and then upload it to YouTube. That should work. And what I had an issue with was when you do, this is not a guide, but you can put the guest additions, which you need to allow the OS that's in the virtual machine to talk to the host. The Linux thing was, where is it? Is it here? No, it's not here, is it? What you have to do is, like, as a basic thing that I did was, where's the thing at? You have to go and give it the bloody hell is it? Where it says storage, you can go and give it the editions thing, and then when you go into the OS, there it is, and the thing you had to copy over was VBox Linux Editions, I think it's that one, and you put it into home folder, which there it is, and then you have to go into terminal and then you type in a command, and then it basically, it didn't recognize it initially, and then it did, and it did it, and there was a whole bunch of other stuff you could do on a web page that I found, which it outlined a whole lot of stuff, and I think it was this one here, I think, not quite sure. But this is not a guide. I'm not going to try and walk anybody through it. I kind of got it right. I hate dealing with the terminal anyway. But basically, if you did Google or search for how to do guest editions on Linux Mint or whatever, you'll find loads and loads of resources on that. I managed to do it. If I can do it, then you could do it if you're interested in doing that. But there's no point in using this if you can't copy files at least one way or the other. But the Linux editions, the editions on here, it didn't look like they were going to work because they were Windows based, like these are Windows. Every time I found a guide, it was always about Windows 7 being ran on Windows 10 sort of thing, and I'm trying to run Linux Mint on Windows 7, and so it didn't make any sense to me. And that's the one you need to copy over there, and that's the one when you run it in terminal, it actually did it. I was quite surprised at that, and I can't stand dealing with the terminal because it's like, I don't understand it very well, but that works for this way. So there's the internet there. I did look on forums and stuff. Let's go to the monthly news. I don't hate Linux, I just don't like the way it works in some of the ways that you have to troubleshoot it and that kind of thing. But there's the there's the thing there with their monthly thing. I wanted to use Manjaro, but it's got I can't get it to work on the VM system. Not without, again, you need to do a lot of things on it. So I was like, ugh. I'm using DuckDuckGo, and I wanted to make it look like the dark settings, but it never seems to remember it, which is annoying. But yeah, I logged in there and go to my channel. Okay, so there it is, and I'm online with Windows 7. So that's my latest video from a couple of days ago. Let's watch a video from how many days ago? Go back. This is PlayStation Portable converted to PC. It's in broken state.
It is.
That's working. So I'm on Windows 7 on Linux Mint, and I've got no issues with that. There's a couple of levels that don't work very well. System didn't work very well, and Colosseum, this one, I couldn't get Lara out of the water. But I think
it's not too bad. I mean, I'm not really going to be watching a whole lot of YouTube on it, but
knowledge of how the editor works. She doesn't get out of the water, so I don't know why that's not right. So I couldn't test that one out before, but I'm having a look at it now, and I might be able to get it to come out of the water, but I don't think she'll come out. There it is. So that's working reasonably well, and that's protecting my Windows 7 system from being affected with ransomware, or reasonably well anyway. So